Hello everyone and welcome to the class. I hope you all are doing very great. You all are at your home and you all are safe. So जिन्होंने अभी तक भी अनअकैडमी की ऐप को इंस्टॉल नहीं किया है तो वो सारे फटाफट से कर लें ताकि सब मैक्सिमम से मैक्सिमम बेनिफिट्स को अवेल कर सके. So before the class, once again, I would like to introduce myself Abhilasha Breja, your business studies educator at Unacademy. Welcome each and everyone to the class. I completed my graduation BCom from Delhi University, post-graduation MBA, finance as a major and marketing as a minor from IPM College. I have also done B.Ed from NTU. I am having experience of more than 7 years for grades 11th and 12th business studies. Along with that, I also take subjects like business organization management, human resource management, and business communication for graduation and post-graduation students. Also, I take up a subject of business and commercial knowledge for CA professional students. So right now, I'm associated with two of the very known academies, Kara Commerce Academy and Science Tutorials. BREJ10 is my referral code. You can use this referral code to purchase any of the subscription, either Plus or Iconic. Depends on your choice. With this particular referral code, you can easily get a discount of 10%. So we'll be taking chapter number 8, controlling, in today's session. Let's see what all topics we are going to discuss in today's class. Chapter number 8, controlling. तो कॉमर्स 365 के बारे में भी आप सब जानते हैं. इट्स अ टेलीग्राम ग्रुप. अगर आप इसको ज्वाइन कर लेते हैं देन यू विल बी एलिजिबल टू गेट ऑल द नोटिफिकेशंस एंड अपडेट्स फॉर दी क्लासेस. आपको सारी की सारी नोटिफिकेशंस और अपडेट्स मिलती रहेंगी. आपको पता चलता रहेगा कि कौन से सब्जेक्ट की क्लास कब है और किस पर्टिकुलर क्लास में क्या कराया जाने वाला है. गुड इवनिंग रिताक्षी. हेलो, गुड इवनिंग अदॉय. तो आज की क्लास में हम करेंगे अपनी केस स्टडीज डिस्कस. अभी हमने 6 बजे चैप्टर खेला था. तो इफ समवन इज न्यू और किसी को नहीं आता तो फॉर दोज आई विल बी गिविंग यू अ क्विक इंट्रो टू द चैप्टर ताकि आप फटाफट से सारे के सारे बच्चे केस स्टडी सॉल्व कर सको. तो आर यू ऑल रेडी फॉर दिस सेशन? बस जल्दी से बता दो, फटाफट से, जल्दी जल्दी. Perfect. So let's proceed with chapter number 8 यानी कि कंट्रोलिंग. शॉर्ट में पहले थोड़ा सा करते हैं. कंट्रोलिंग का मतलब क्या होता है? कंट्रोल करना. कंट्रोल किसके ऊपर? हम करेंगे अपनी मिस्टेक्स के ऊपर. जो हमने प्रीवियसली गलतियां करी होती हैं उसके ऊपर कंट्रोल करेंगे ताकि वो मिस्टेक हमारी फर्दर यानी कि फ्यूचर में ना आ सके. इसमें हम पहले लेते हैं, सबसे पहले आता है इसमें प्लान परफॉर्मेंस. प्लान परफॉर्मेंस क्या होती है? जो हमने सोची होती है. फिर आता है एक्चुअल परफॉर्मेंस. एक्चुअल परफॉर्मेंस कौन सी होती है? जो असल में हुई होती है. सपोज प्लान परफॉर्मेंस है हमारी 200 यूनिट्स, एक्चुअल में हुई है हमारी 100 यूनिट्स. तो द डिफरेंस हमारा कहलाता है डेविएशंस. डेविएशंस कितने हो गए हमारे? 100 यूनिट्स के. हमारे डेविएशंस जो होते हैं, हमारे जो डेविएशंस होते हैं कभी भी जीरो नहीं होते. ये क्या होते हैं? ये हमेशा रिड्यूस ही होते हैं. हाय, वेलकम बैक यामिनी. तो अगर हमारी एक्चुअल परफॉर्मेंस ज्यादा है प्लान परफॉर्मेंस से, दिस इज नोन एज पॉजिटिव डेविएशन. और अगर हमारी एक्चुअल परफॉर्मेंस कम है प्लान परफॉर्मेंस से, इट इज नोन एज नेगेटिव डेविएशन. क्लियर? तो अब हम करेंगे इसकी केस स्टडी. तो हियर इज द क्वेश्चन फॉर ऑल. सबसे पहले आइडेंटिफाई एंड एक्सप्लेन द फंक्शन ऑफ मैनेजमेंट बीइंग परफॉर्म्ड बाय द क्वालिटी एश्योरेंस टीम ऑफ स्टेट बड्स लिमिटेड. Second, explain the statement, records and analyzes the deviations and takes the necessary corrective action. Taste Buds Limited is a company known for manufacturing good quality confectionery products. The automated system of production ensures uniformity in production and quality maintenance. The quality assurance team conducts stringent checks at all stages, records and analyzes the deviations, and takes the necessary corrective actions, right from the procurement of raw material to its processing, production, and packaging. The company has a well-equipped in-house quality inspection cell where confectionery products are tested on various parameters of quality by the team of experienced quality staff. Perfect. So हमारा function कौन सा आ रहा है? It's none other than controlling. So records and analysis यानी कि हम करेंगे सबसे पहले comparing. Sorry, records का मतलब आएगा measurement of actual performance. And analyzing deviations, ये step लेंगे analyzing deviations and necessary corrective action, यानी कि third step हमारा आ जाएगा taking corrective action. Hello विज्ञान, ये आ जाएगा taking corrective action. Good evening once again Amrish, welcome to the class once again. Next question. आइडेंटिफाई द फंक्शंस ऑफ मैनेजमेंट डिस्कस्ड अबव, कौन कौन से फंक्शंस डिस्कस किए गए हैं ऊपर. सेकेंड, स्टेट द 2 स्टेप्स इन द प्रोसेस ऑफ ईच फंक्शन, मतलब जितने भी फंक्शंस आ रहे हैं उसके आपको 2 स्टेप्स भी बताने हैं. नेक्स्ट मंथ होएगा. अ कंपनी वाज मैन्युफैक्चरिंग एलईडी बल्ब्स व्हिच वर इन ग्रेट डिमांड. It was found that the target of producing 300 bulbs a day was not met by the employees. On analysis, it was found that the workers were not at fault. Due to electricity failure and shortage of workers, the company was not able to achieve the set targets and alternative arrangements were needed. To meet the increased demand, the company assessed that approximately 88 additional workers were required, out of which 8 would work as heads of different departments and 10 would work as subordinates under each head. Perfect. Very good, Yamini. The required qualification and job specifications were also enlisted. It was also decided that necessary relaxations should be given to encourage women, people from backward and rural areas, and people with special abilities to assume responsible positions in the organization. All efforts were made to match the ability of the applicants with the nature of work. Perfect. Functions हमारे कौन से आ जाएंगे? Staffing and controlling. So staffing में कौन सा आएगा हमारा? Perfect. Estimating man power requirement और आ जाएगा recruitment. वेरी गुड जामिनी. और कंट्रोलिंग में बेटा एनालाइजिंग डेविएशंस भी तो आ रहा है. एनालिसिस ऑन एनालिसिस यानी कि एनालाइज किया जब हमने. कंट्रोलिंग में मेजरमेंट आएगा हमारा और कंपेयरिंग आएगा और एनालाइजिंग आएगा. टारगेट है तो बिल्कुल सही. सेटिंग स्टैंडर्ड्स भी आएगा, तो आप कोई भी लिख सकते हो. तो परफेक्ट परफेक्ट यामिनी, गुड. नहीं नहीं नहीं, बिल्कुल सही आपने लिखे हैं. नो इशू, बिल्कुल सही लिखा है आप. करेक्ट है, करेक्ट लिखे हैं बिल्कुल. डोंट वरी. नेक्स्ट. हाँ, आज केस स्टडी ही है. कल की क्लास का मैं आपको बता देती हूँ. कल की क्लास में हमारा होएगा चैप्टर नंबर 8, इसी के एमसीक्यू की क्लास है 6 बजे और 8 बजे होएगा कल मोटिवेशन. चल, name the steps involved in the controlling process which is being discussed in the above lines. What do you understand by critical point control? Explain. How does the controlling function of management help in accomplishing organizational goals and ensuring efficient use of resources? A critical point control CPC approach is followed by McDonald's in the cooking and handling process so that any food safety threat can be prevented, eliminated, or reduced to an acceptable level. Hence, continuous monitoring of activities are undertaken to ensure that the process is right at each critical point control. The main principle followed for cooking at McDonald's is less amount many times, which can ensure the high quality and high fresh level of the food. For instance, if 4 hamburgers have to be made, a worker cannot cook all the 4 hamburgers at one time. The time figured out for making one hamburger is 145 seconds. Moreover, nearly all foods in the McDonald's have the specific holding time. The holding time for hamburgers is 10 minutes and for French fries is 7 minutes. If it is not sold within that time, it is thrown away. Also, the temperature of the milk sent by the supplier must be under 4 degrees Celsius. Otherwise, it will be returned. Hello Kunal, welcome to the class. हाँ जी बिल्कुल बिल्कुल क्यों यामिनी, मुझे एक बात बताओ, सीधा सीधा तो वो कह रहे क्रिटिकल पॉइंट कंट्रोल ही फॉलो किया जा रहा है, तो स्टेप्स जो कंट्रोलिंग प्रोसेस के यहाँ पे इन्वॉल्व हो रहे हैं वही बताने हैं आपको. क्रिटिकल पॉइंट कंट्रोल की वो बात कर रहा है, तो अप्रोच इज फॉलोड. तो आप मुझे बताओ क्रिटिकल पॉइंट कंट्रोल किसके अंडर आता है? सॉरी, हाँ बस सिर्फ यही आएगा इसमें, एनालाइजिंग डेविएशन. एनालाइजिंग डेविएशन. और बी में कह रहे हैं व्हाट डू यू अंडरस्टैंड बाय क्रिटिकल पॉइंट कंट्रोल, दैट वी हैव टू फोकस ऑन की रिजल्ट एरियाज. ठीक है, कल से तो कंट्रोलिंग फंक्शन में बोल रहे हैं अकम्प्लिशिंग ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल गोल्स, यानी कि हमारे इफेक्टिव कंट्रोल सिस्टम हमारे टारगेट्स को अच्छे से अचीव करने में हेल्प करता है. सेकेंडली मेकिंग एफिशिएंट यूज ऑफ रिसोर्सेज, यानी कि हमारे रिसोर्सेज क्या हैं, स्केयर्स हैं, तो हमें उनको कैसे यूज करना है कि हम उनकी वेस्टेज ना कर सके. क्लियर? मुझे लगा वो 10 मिनट में काम करना. नहीं. गुड नाइट अमरीश. चलो, so next we have new case studies. नहीं कुणाल, मुझे तुम याद थे, पुराने वाले कुणाल, यूट्यूब वाले कुणाल, ओ स्पेशल क्लास वाले कुणाल. चलो, identify the function of management mentioned in the above article. Ekta Motors has set an objective of selling 1200 cars per year. Mrs. Ekta Chawla is the managing director of this organization. With a view to achieving this objective, she worked hard to formulate the plans. But at the end of the year, it came to light that hardly 870 cars could be sold. She compared expected and actual results and began to seek the causes of this deviation. She arrived at the conclusion that the goodwill of the organization had suffered because of the negligence of the service division. She then took a firm decision to improve the performance level of the service division at all cost. Success wants efforts. Hello, success wants effort. Perfect, Yami, and the correct answer is yes, it's controlling. Good. Very good. Good. Next. Study the above mentioned case and identify which function of management has been neglected. Mr. Sunil Parekh has completed MBA course recently. Presently, he holds the position of production manager in Paras Limited. He has planned to accomplish successfully all the functions of his department. Big tasks were divided into small activities. Competent persons were appointed to carry out each small activity. Mr. Parekh, who also guided his subordinate from time to time. Despite doing all this, his department did not reach the expected level of performance. He was worried about the performance of his department. After due consideration, he concluded that if it was all because of his own shortcomings, he never bothered to ensure whether the work was being done according to his plans. This negligence of his part put the company in a difficult situation. Perfect, Yamini. So the correct answer is controlling. Good. Hello, Miss Cute Girl. Which step of controlling process has been shown in the above paragraph? Also state on which particular concept the attention has been focused. Yeah. Madhav Limited manufactures steel utensils. Mr. Rajesh Khanna is its production manager. Work in production department has been divided into several small parts. Each small part of the work has been entrusted to a group of 5 workers. Production target of each group has been determined at 1000 units per month. Besides, it has also been decided that if the actual production of a group ranges between 50, then this deviation will be looked after by the departmental manager. However, if the deviation is beyond this limit, then it will be brought to the notice of the general manager. Hi, Alisha. तो कौन सा स्टेप यहाँ पे परफॉर्म किया जा रहा है? वेरी गुड. सो कॉन्सेप्ट कौन सा हो रहा है यहाँ पे? स्टेप सेटिंग स्टैंडर्ड्स. और विच पर्टिकुलर कॉन्सेप्ट के ऊपर किया जाता है? वेरी गुड. कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ MBE, या जिसको हम कह सकते हैं टू कंट्रोल दी डेविएशन. परफेक्ट. नेक्स्ट, identify the function of management referred to in the aforesaid paragraph. Describe the above mentioned 2 features of the function of management as identified above point A. So, Michael John is a sole proprietor in Nicobar. He has started trade after getting MBA degree. He is fully familiar with all the functions of management. He starts his business with the planning function of management. He desires that all his activities should conform to planning. To this effect, he has adopted a system that keeps a constant watch on all the activities of the business. Consequently, there is zero possibility of adverse results. It can therefore be said that this method is directly related to the results. Mr. John also believes that this method applies not only to one level of management but to all the levels of management. कंट्रोलिंग, परवेजिव, फॉरवर्ड लुकिंग, बैकवर्ड लुकिंग. गुड. तो फंक्शन कौन सा आ गया? कंट्रोलिंग. वेरी गुड. एक तो आ जाएगा हमारा परवेजिव. अच्छा, अगर हम फॉरवर्ड लुकिंग बैकवर्ड लुकिंग इज नॉट गुड, मैं कह रही हूँ सही है, बट इसमें गोल ओरिएंटेड भी तो आ सकता है क्योंकि टारगेट भी तो सेट कर रहा है. हेलो ऋषिता. क्लियर यामिनी? ये भी जो आपने पॉइंट लिखा है दैट इज ऑल्सो परफेक्टली करेक्ट, बट सबसे पहले तो वो अपने टारगेट ही सेट करेगा ना, तो फिर इसलिए. नेक्स्ट, identify the above said function of the management. On the basis of the aforesaid paragraph, write 2 points regarding the importance of the function. अब जो importance के points आ रहे हैं वो. Prakash Limited is a company manufacturing electrical goods. Srimati Renu Bala Jingan is its managing director. By virtue of her wise direction, company has achieved great heights. A management institute one day invited her for a lecture. There she got an opportunity to dialogue with the students of management studies. She narrated to them the story of her success. She told them two main things. First, the employee should know that their work is being evaluated and progress report is prepared. Second, optimum use of human and physical resources should be made possible. Perfect. एक तो हो गया optimum utilization of resources. Perfect है. Second, तो हमें ये तो पता लग गया फंक्शन कौन सा हो गया, कंट्रोलिंग. सेकेंड, दो पॉइंट ऑफ इंपॉर्टेंस मांग रहा है, दूसरा कौन सा होएगा? First, the employee should know that their work is being evaluated and the progress report is prepared. यानी कि अगर हम उनकी प्रोग्रेस रिपोर्ट को प्रिपेयर कर रहे हैं ध्यान से तो, और वो अच्छा कर रहे हैं, नहीं, अगर हम उनकी प्रोग्रेस रिपोर्ट प्रिपेयर कर रहे हैं और वो अच्छा कर रहे हैं तो उससे उनका मोटिवेशन लेवल क्या हो जाएगा, बढ़ जाएगा. तो इम्प्रूविंग मोटिवेशन ऑफ एम्प्लॉयज, इम्प्रूविंग एम्प्लॉई मोटिवेशन. क्लियर हुआ यामिनी? Perfect. This we have already done. जिसमें हमारे दो फंक्शंस आ रहे थे, स्टाफिंग एंड कंट्रोलिंग. Next, which step of controlling process has been referred to in the above paragraph? Clarify. Mr. Siddhant Pandey is the marketing manager of Swastik Limited. He is a loyal employee of the company. He makes possible effort to enhance the public image of the company's product. This is the sole reason of continuous rise in company sale. Whatever sales target he determines, he realizes much more sales every time. It means that every time there occurs positive deviations. Mr. Pandey remains in constant rapport with production manager. He always endeavors that the products of the company should be of high quality. On account of maintaining high quality of the product, he is always ahead of his competitors. As a marketing manager, he also fixes price of company's product. While fixing the price, he takes special care to ensure that prices should have no adverse impact on the budget of the consumers. His main aim is to present true image of the company and its products in advertisement. हेलो संतोष, आई एम गुड, आप कैसे हैं? तो कौन सा स्टेप हमारा यहाँ पे हाईलाइट किया जा रहा है? Perfect, Yami. Perfect, Yamini. Perfect. So the answer is comparing actual performance with the standards. Good. Next. Identify by quoting the lines any function concerning management taken by Mr. Anthony. Identify the two steps of controlling process mentioned here. आइडेंटिफाई द ट्रेनिंग मेथड. हमें ये तो पता लग ही गया कि कौन सा हो जाएगा क्योंकि सीधा सीधा कंट्रोलिंग बोल रहा है तो फंक्शन तो हमें पता लग गया, इट्स कंट्रोलिंग. Mr. Stanley Anthony is production manager of Coconut Oil and General Mills Limited. His virtue is that prior to doing anything, he ponders over it to explore and analyze different opinions of each and every activity. This is to be undertaken by him in future has become his habit. Besides, he quickly brings his subordinates under his own influence. They do what he wants. In spite of all this, for the last few months, performance of his department failed to achieve the expected level. This situation put him into a lot of worry. To counter this situation, he sought help from some external specialist. Finally, he concluded that the poor performance were due to two reasons. First, inefficiency of some newly recruited employees, and second, wear and tear of machine. In order to remove this shortcoming, he took the following corrective action. To remove inefficiency of the employee, he established a training center and gave its charge to an expert trainer. To deal with the wear and tear of machine, he decided to replace them with the new ones. So हमें ये तो पता लग गया कि कौन सा फंक्शन आ रहा है. इट्स कंट्रोलिंग. कंट्रोलिंग के कौन कौन से स्टेप्स यहाँ पे अंडरटेक किए जा रहे हैं. Perfect. So the steps are analyzing deviations and taking corrective action. Perfect. A training method. Training method. Good, Neha. Taking corrective on the job. क्यों? Establish, उसने एक ट्रेनिंग सेंटर बनाया. यामिनी एक ट्रेनिंग सेंटर बनाया उसने. Established a training center. ध्यान से, वो डायरेक्टली मशीन्स पे नहीं करवा रहा, उसने एक ट्रेनिंग सेंटर बनाया है और उसका चार्ज उसने एक एक्सपर्ट ट्रेनी को दिया है. अब बताओ. परफेक्ट. ऑफ द जॉब में, ऑफ द जॉब में कौन सी आती है ऑफ द जॉब में? मैंने सिर्फ एक्सपर्ट ट्रेनिंग देखा. हाँ, तो ऑफ द जॉब में कौन सी आएगी? इट्स वेस्टिबल ट्रेनिंग. Perfect. Next, good. Identify the function of management referred in the above paragraph और describe the relevant concepts. सिर्फ concepts बताने हैं तो ध्यान से. Mr. Jayaprakash Gupta is the general manager of Bhagwati Udyog Private Limited. With a view to running his business in a careful manner, he divided all the activities into 7 departments. These departments were purchase, marketing, production, personnel, finance, accounting, and correspondence. Later on, he realized that accounting and correspondence department can be merged into finance department. Thus, all business activities were divided into 5 departments. Mr. Gupta is now thinking on the lines as to which are the departments out of these 5 that will have significant role in the success of its business. After complete analysis, ध्यान से, he concluded that marketing, production, and finance were the department on which success of the business depend. It meant that even if some shortcoming occurred in the departments of purchase and personnel, it would not affect much the success of the business. Therefore, Mr. Gupta determined the deviation tolerance limit of these 3 main departments. It learned that if deviation of these departments remain within their tolerance limit, then it will be looked after by the concerned manager. Perfect. So the function is controlling. So, and the concepts are, yes, it's critical point control and management by exception. Perfect, Yamini. Perfect. Next. Which step of controlling process has been discussed in the above paragraph? Kitchen Starch Limited is a company manufacturing plastic goods. Mr. Shah is its marketing manager and Mr. Sahu its production manager. Style of working of both the manager is entirely different. Mr. Shah set some such standards for different activities of his department as were quite easy to achieve. On the other hand, Mr. Sahu set standards for different activities of his department as were very difficult to achieve. As a result, marketing department achieved its targets very easily. Mr. Shah and his team were very pleased with their results, but the situation prevailing in the production department was quite contrary to it. Mr. Sahu was far behind his target. Now he and his team were very much worried. Perfect. So कौन सा step आ रहा है? It's setting performance standards. Very good, Yamini. Excellent. Excellent. Next. Which function of management is being performed by Gagan and his team? What is 20 in the above case? Gagan is trying to apply a function of management in his department. First, he lets his team perform according to their best potential. Then, in a meeting, he calls OD and asks his team to check what they have performed. One day, it was found that the total number of units produced were 20 less than the set target. It was decided that no worker will go home until and unless this gap of 20 is overcome. Perfect. So function is controlling and 20 is the deviation. Perfect. Next. Which benefits of controlling have been highlighted in the above case? Dhyan se. Savita has been assigned the job of quality controller. She knows that it is a tough job, but she also realizes the importance of it. Her daily routine is to send alarm to the manufacturing department about the deviations in the number of units produced, so that the target of the day could be achieved. This helps the whole department to focus towards its main plan of action. However, one day she realizes that the number of units which are to be produced is 500, which is very high and creates chaos at the shop floor. She discusses it with the management and the target is reduced to 450. This has helped the manufacturing department in maintaining quality of the work done. There are 10 workers at the shop floor where Savita does this inspection. She divided the task into 45 units for each worker so that by the end of the day, the target of the department is completed. Hello, Anchal. Good evening. So, benefits. Very good. Order and discipline. Goal-oriented, yani ki accomplishing organizational goals. Perfect. और आजकल नहीं हो रही, आजकल मैं इनकी ले रही हूँ, 12th की ले रही हूँ बेटा. Second is employee motivation. Perfect. Can be done. Employee motivation. With judging accuracy of standard. Perfect. Bye, Anchal. We'll meet you soon. Next. Which concept of management has been highlighted in the above case? Identify the different types of this concept of management highlighted. चलिए, हाँ, order and discipline भी आ सकते हैं. Paras Money Shipbuilders is a renowned ship manufacturing company The company is doing well, but the employees keep on complaining as they say there are no standards to judge the state of mind of the employees, their motivation and job satisfaction levels. The HR department is trying to see to all the problems which have recently occurred with the employees. In other areas, however, company has set some standards and is trying to affect the control mechanism, but the company finds all such efforts expensive, yani ki costly. All this has not been so easy. Employees in other departments like manufacturing, purchase, marketing, etc. have time and again assisted to the installation of computer monitoring systems and CCTVs. They say that it is against their freedom. Despite all these great efforts made by the company, it had to face losses last year. Even though all the control mechanisms are in place, there is an entry of competitors with better technology. This has given some bad time to the company despite its alternates in putting control in execution. So concept कौन सा आ रहा है? Any idea? तो यामिनी any idea? इसमें देखो एक ही वर्ड हमें समझ आया इसमें, दैट इज एक्सपेंसिव. एक्सपेंसिव का मतलब क्या हो गया हमारा? कॉस्टली. कॉस्टली हमारा क्या होता है? इट इज द लिमिटेशन. तो हमारा कॉन्सेप्ट हो जाएगा लिमिटेशन. लिमिटेशंस और डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ कॉन्सेप्ट क्या है? जैसे कि कॉस्टली, जैसे कि टाइम कंज्यूमिंग, जैसे कि लिटिल कंट्रोल ऑन एक्सटर्नल फैक्टर्स, जैसे कि रेजिस्टेंस फ्रॉम एम्प्लॉयज. क्लियर हुआ या नहीं? थोड़ा सा ट्रिकी घुमा के, हाँ ये एक्चुअली में घुमा के दिया हुआ क्वेश्चन था. क्लियर? क्लियर हो गया? हमें लिमिटेशंस पढ़नी नहीं है. ट्रू, दैट्स ट्रू, इट्स आउट ऑफ द सिलेबस, बट टू बी ऑन द सेफर साइड हमने रीड करी है क्योंकि कई ऑथराइज्ड बुक्स में हमारी लिमिटेशंस गई हुई हैं. तो मैंने अपने बच्चों को लिमिटेशंस करवाई हुई है टू बी ऑन द सेफर साइड. अगर गॉड फॉरबिड 1% आ गई तो वी विल नॉट बी स्टक एनीवेयर. नेक्स्ट, आइडेंटिफाई द स्टेप्स ऑफ कंट्रोलिंग प्रोसेसेस एप्लीकेबल इन द फॉलोइंग केसेस. हर केस में एक स्टेप आ रहा है, वी हैव टू आइडेंटिफाई दैट स्टेप. ईशा is keenly observing the quantity of capsules produced in a pharmaceutical company. She realizes that there is no need for any action to be taken as the deviations are within the acceptable limits. A day later, when she comes to work, she finds the situation opposite to that of the previous day. This time, the deviation was beyond the acceptable range and needed immediate action. She called her subordinates and told them that this should not happen again. अरे यामिनी, एक्शन लेना, एक्शन. फिर से पढ़ो बेटा, फिर से पढ़ो. वो कह रही है एक एक दिन वो उसने काम किया, पॉजिटिव था, उसने कहा हमारी लिमिट में है तो हमें कोई भी एक्शन लेने की जरूरत नहीं है. दूसरे दिन वो आके जब एनालाइज कर ली उसने डेविएशन, तो उसने देखा कि हाँ हमारे कंट्रोल के बाहर जा रही है सिचुएशन, तो हमें इमीडिएटली एक्शन लेना पड़ेगा. तो वो फटाफट से अपने सबऑर्डिनेट्स को बुलाती है और कहती है इसके बाद ऐसा कभी नहीं होना चाहिए. तो कौन सा आ जाएगा? द आंसर विल बी टेकिंग करेक्टिव एक्शंस. टेकिंग करेक्टिव एक्शंस. नेक्स्ट, Mahesh, who is the owner of a company, had decided to focus only on a few activities of his business. He considers that the rest of all activities are not critical to the performance of his company. One such area he finds is of labor. The labor cost recently went up by 4%, sending signals of coming danger. Now he will have put his effort to control his variation by arranging labor at a cheaper rate. Perfect. It's analyzing deviations. Good. Good. Third, in a company, a manager is trying to find out the deviation between the actual number of fans produced and the desired number. Good. He already finds about the standard as the company has assigned him a definite quality of fans to be produced. Perfect. It's comparing actual performance with the standards. बेटा मैं ही पढ़ाती हूँ इतना बेकार. Next, Manoj Khanna, a senior experience manager, is concerned about the 2% rise in the raw materials. However, he knows that this is an acceptable range. He tells his staff that if this rise goes beyond 2%, it should be brought into the notice of the management. Then he sets a limit of 5% when the management should give him the priority over other activities. Perfect. It's analyzing deviation. Very good. इसमें कौन सा आएगा? MBE. Very good. Next, Virinder wants to run his factory company in a different manner. He wants to set standards to be achieved in both quantitative as well as qualitative terms. He wants to judge the motivation, skill levels, and satisfaction of the employees. All these things will require quantitative standards. On the other hand, the company will have to set qualitative standards for the number of units produced. So, क्या हो जाएगा हमारा? Yes, it's setting standards. कोई बात नहीं, it happens. There is not at all a new call to me. Some employees have been assigned the job of judging the output of production in a neutral and reliable way. They are applying different techniques for achieving the same. Some of these are personal observation, sample checking, etc. They are also keeping the units of measurement same to that of the units of set standards. Perfect, Neha, perfect. Perfect. It's measurement of actual performance. Good, Yamini. Next. Peter is a production manager in a tire manufacturing company. Recently, he noticed that his team could not achieve the target production of 80 units per day. Instead, on an average, the production touched the target of 65 units. On thorough analysis, he found out that the deviations between standard production and actual production is far beyond acceptable range. On overall analysis, he also found out that there has been a managerial increase in office stationery expenses. Moreover, he detected that the machine installed for the purpose of manufacturing was not able to perform at its best. Being a management expert suggests Peter how he should deal with the existing problem. Good, Sonu. Perfect. So the correct answer is analyzing deviation. में क्या करेगा वो? CPC एंड MB। Perfect. Good, good, Neha. Good. So, with this, we have come to an end of today's session. I hope all your doubts are clear today, Yamini. Good, Santosh. अब I think आपको कोई भी doubt नहीं है. So, tomorrow, we are having a class at sharp 6 p.m. जिसमें हम करेंगे MCQs किसके? चैप्टर नंबर 8 के. क्लियर? यस, चलो वेरी गुड. और दूसरी क्लास है हमारी शार्प 8 p.m. जिसमें हम करेंगे चैप्टर नंबर 7 का मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट एंड हॉट टॉपिक, दैट इज मोटिवेशन. और दोनों की ही दोनों क्लासेस होंगी हमारी यूट्यूब पे. सो डोंट मिस टुमारोज सेशन. हाँ जी पूजा, बोलो जी. लेट आए हो आज आप बहुत ज्यादा. 45 मिनट्स लेट है आज आप पूजा मैडम. हाँ जी, आज जल्दी खत्म हो गई. कोई बात नहीं, रिव्यू ले लेना, पीछे से एक बार पढ़ लेना. कल हम मिलेंगे 6 बजे एक्साइटिंग MCQs के साथ और 8 बजे मोस्ट हॉट टॉपिक ऑफ द टर्म 2, दैट इज मोटिवेशन. अनअकैडमी की ऐप को इंस्टॉल करने के बाद वहां 2 सब्सक्रिप्शन आएंगी. द फर्स्ट वन इज प्लस एंड द अदर वन इज आइकॉन. मैं आपको प्लस के फीचर्स बताती हूँ. यस नेहा, टुडे क्लासेस हो. आप घर बैठे पढ़ाई कर सकते हैं. आपके सारे सब्जेक्ट्स एक छत के नीचे कवर अप होंगे. आप इंडिया के टॉप एजुकेटर्स के साथ हैं. रेगुलर डाउट क्लियरिंग सेशंस होंगे. कोई भी पॉइंट टॉपिक चैप्टर आपका छूटेगा नहीं. बाय बाय, गुड नाइट. प्रॉपर मोटिवेशन गाइडेंस दी जाएगी. स्टडी मटेरियल्स PDF फॉर्मेट्स में, प्रैक्टिस टेस्ट पेपर, लाइव टेस्ट सीरीज, ताकि आपको बोर्ड पैटर्न से फेमिलियर कराया जाए. अगर आप 12 मंथ्स की सब्सक्रिप्शन लेते हैं, यू हैव टू पे 1250 रुपीज फॉर अ मंथ. और अगर आप 24 मंथ्स की लेते हैं, यू हैव टू पे 1042 रुपीज फॉर अ मंथ. इसी के साथ अगर आप मेरा रेफरल कोड जो कि BREJ10 यूज करोगे, यू कैन इजीली गेट अ डिस्काउंट ऑफ 10%. सेकेंड इज आइकॉनिक. जो बच्चे ग्रुप में नहीं पढ़ सकते वो 1-on-1 मेंटर के साथ पढ़ेंगे. सो आज मेंटर के साथ सारे डाउट्स क्लियर करेंगे. वीकली रिपोर्ट्स प्रोवाइड करी जाएगी ताकि आपको पता चल सके वेयर यू स्टैंड एट द एंड ऑफ द वीक. Tell me the time when I am teaching mom Unacademy. From next month. Unacademy ऐप पे नेक्स्ट मंथ से क्लासेस होंगी. पेरेंट्स के साथ भी आपके प्रॉपर कंटेक्ट में रहेंगे मेंटर. आपके लिए स्टडी प्लानर्स भी बनाएंगे और साथ ही प्लस के सारे फीचर्स भी यहाँ पे कवर अप किए जाएंगे. अगर आप 12 मंथ्स की लेंगे, यू हैव टू पे 2333 रुपीज फॉर अ मंथ. अगर आप 24 मंथ्स की लेते हैं, यू हैव टू पे ओनली 2000 रुपीज फॉर अ मंथ. इसी के साथ अगर आप मेरा रेफरल कोड जो कि BREJ10 यूज करोगे तो आपको 10% का डिस्काउंट भी प्रोवाइड किया जाए. मैं समझ गई थी, कोई बात नहीं. हमारा नया प्रोडिजी टेस्ट है जो कि 29 ऑफ जनवरी को है, यानी कि सैटरडे को, यानी कि परसों है, जो कि एक फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट टेस्ट है. आपको सिर्फ और सिर्फ इसके लिए एनरोल करना पड़ेगा. एनरोल के लिए आप मेरा रेफरल कोड यूज कर सकते. ये क्लासेस 7th 8th 9th 10th 11th 12th मेडिकल और इंजीनियरिंग के बच्चों के लिए है. आप ऑल इंडिया लेवल पे भी compete कर सकते. साथ ही ये आपके टेस्ट 2 यानी कि इसका शेड्यूल है. आप अपनी क्लासेस के हिसाब से टाइम पे पहुंच के इसके बेनिफिट्स ले सकते हो. These are the exciting awards which you can win on 29th of January, जहां पे आपको रैंक 1 से लेके रैंक 100 तक बहुत ही ज्यादा डिफरेंट और अमेजिंग और एक्साइटिंग अवार्ड्स भी मिलेंगे. ओ करणवीर, यू वर देयर इन द क्लास. हमारा और नया ऑफर चल रहा है जहां पे अगर आप 1 ईयर की प्लस की लोगे तो आपको 6 मंथ्स का एक्सटेंशन मिलेगा. साथ ही ये सिर्फ आज रात तक के लिए ही ऑफर है. इसी के साथ अगर आप मेरा रेफरल कोड यूज करते हैं, दैट इज BREJ10, तो आपको 10% का डिस्काउंट प्रोवाइड किया जाए. Bugs Bounty, a special feature organized by Unacademy in which if you see any inappropriate content or data, please go to the description below. Form is provided. You can fill the form. If you will be correct in first one, you can also claim your prize. हमारे नए बैचेस शुरू हुए हैं to sparkle and shine for term 2 by the top educators of the country. Please go ahead and enjoy. Thank you so much everyone. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe the video. No issues. बिल्कुल देख लेना हर दिन. And tomorrow we are having classes at 2 times. सबसे पहले 6 बजे जहाँ पे हम करेंगे MCQs चैप्टर 8 के. फिर है 8 बजे जहाँ पे हम करेंगे चैप्टर नंबर 7 का मोटिवेशन. Till then, please take care of yourself. Bye-bye.